So I know Tony does have a question. Well, not a question, but I wanted you to go a little bit more in detail about the CBDA and the benefits of what it would do for his body, especially with the his A1C, high blood pressure, right, Tony? That you have.
Well, it's what is it called? I guess pre-hypertension or whatever, whatever the term is, like right when you're about to get high blood pressure. Yes.
Okay.
And also like for pain in the body as well, and the inflammation.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. So, if you don't mind getting too personal, Tony, is it more musculoskeletal issues like joint issues or tendon issues? What do you think the main issue is?
Me personally, no, not so much muscular. I mean, like I mentioned before, I was a baloney amputee, right? So there is some I guess some discomfort in my other, just kind of favoring one side because of it, so I think that may be that issue may kind of rear its head a little bit down the road. It's not so bad where I'm concerned about it now, but I'm afraid that it might be, right? I mean, it's been a long time with the prosthetic limb, and everything I've been reading says, you're kind of prone to the back problems and whatnot because of it. The younger you are, the more prone you are to have some kind of challenges down the line, right? I'm 49 years old. I've had this thing for probably, about 17 years now. So, it's starting to get to the point where you're starting to feel a little bit of something, right? But nothing that I'm absolutely completely worried about just yet.
Okay. Do you mind saying what the reason or the cause was?
It wasn't any health issue. It was an accident, a work-related accident. So, so when it happened, it had nothing to do with diabetes or anything like that, right? It was just, I'm actually in a minority as far as amputees as to the cause of it, and it was severe trauma.
Okay. So, the reason why I asked is because there's a variety of issues that CBD addresses. And then there's also a variety of formulations of CBD. Okay. So in general, CBD helps modulate what's called the endocannabinoid system. And the endocannabinoid system is kind of like a homeopathic or balancing mechanism throughout the body that interacts with literally every organ system. So that could start from the brain and neurologically, all the way to internal organs, so heart, pancreas, liver, and then going out to the muscle, ligaments, and joints and joint surfaces. Okay. So in general, where it seems to help out the best is the parent formula, which is the acidic part. And that's what's found in the plant. The difficult thing that most manufacturers have found is stabilizing the acidic form because it's very unstable. It breaks down rapidly. So if that form could be stabilized and then delivered, that seems to be the best. The reason being is that the acidic or the parent form is the most potent, about 1,000 times more potent than the broken down form, which is CBD. So that's the first distinction, is trying to get the parent form or the acidic form. the CBDA then seems to help out most in musculoskeletal issues. So that means either arthritis or tendonitis or inflammatory issues of ligaments. And then, of course, the joint surfaces. So based on your underlying mechanics, and what I mean by that is because your body is inherently off balance, you're going to have potential ligament stress or stressors throughout the pelvis. And then your lumbar spine, your back, sits on top of the pelvis. So you're inherently going to have issues within what we call the pelvic girdle. And that means the bones of the hips, if you will, and the bones of your hips are really two large bones that are connected at the base of your spine by the sacrum, which some people call the tailbone. So all that forms a ring, and all those are connected by a multitude of ligaments that could get tweaked or pinched or stretched or irritated. So that's where the CBDA seems to have the best aspect to help out with inflammation within those ligaments. Because of the off balance, you could develop big joint problems like hip problems or hip joint problems. And again, that's where the CBDA could be beneficial. Then going to the other end of the spectrum and the other end of your body, most people that have a traumatic injury usually have, well, I don't want to say usually, but could have some type of post-traumatic stress issue, because when something big traumatically happens, there is usually a neurological kind of memory or a neurological type of issue that either is addressed or has not been addressed and is laying latent. And again, that's where CBDA seems to be beneficial. We know this through research that's been done with people, and this is usually military veterans, because unfortunately they've stepped on landmines or they've been hit by shrapnel and they lose body parts. So that's where some of the research on the PTSD comes from. So again, that's where the CBDA seems to be most beneficial, is helping out on both ends of the spectrum. So with that long answer, I'll kind of shut up and then maybe you can either ask more questions or maybe generate more questions that I can answer.
Well, right now, I guess initially I did have, some pain in the joint, in the pelvic area initially, right? Right now, I think I'm okay there.
Mhm.
Where I tend to have more strain or stress, so to speak, is I'm seeing is in my knee and like down by my Achilles, in the back of my heel, and everything kind of tied up into that, right? So that's right now where I'm experiencing a little discomfort. I don't know if I'm just leaning too far into my good leg versus the prosthetic, So, is there any, I guess, what is there benefit that could help that way as well? Because I mean, right now that's probably my biggest area of concern, where I did struggle with having the challenges in the pelvic area in the past. I think right now I'm good there, but I feel the strain more right now in my knee and in my Achilles area.
Okay. So, are you currently taking any medication?
No.
Okay. So there's probably little bad side effects that you could have from taking something internally or topically applying. And specifically for the Achilles, because it's so superficial, you may benefit more from CBD cream. I've had a lot of good success both personally and recommending it to patients to using the cream and then topically applying it. As far as the knee goes, depending on what the issue is, if it's a superficial type of an issue, then you may benefit from the cream. If it's something that feels like it's deeper in the joint, then you may need to attack it from both angles, internally and externally. And again, I've had both personal and professional experience with both of those, and it seems to work well.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was looking into that before the CBD for the knee at one point. So, or the topical ointment. But I think, yeah, that's definitely intriguing, and that might be the route to go for me initially, and if it and then internally, still again, maybe internally for everything else to kind of work together, right, in cohesion. I think may not be a bad idea too.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank
Most
you for answering the
recent.
question.
Oh yeah. No worries. No worries. I was just going to end up with most recently, I sprained or stretched my ulnar collateral ligament. That's the, if I can show you, that's the ligament on the inside of the elbow. I'm not sure how the heck I did it. Usually it happens in pitchers in the windup. I don't pitch. I don't do anything like that. So the only thing I can do is attribute it to my Pilates class, and it's a good thing that Freddie's not on it. So I've used a CBD cream now for about 3 days, and it seems to be going away.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and don't tell Freddie.
Yeah.
Don't tell Freddie.
Yeah, because then he'll stop doing Pilates.
Right. Nah, he won't.
Good, very good.
Hi, Dr. Phil. How are you? Hi, Joby.
Hi, Martha.
Hey, Martha.
I'm doing well.
That's great. That's great. Is it a small class today?
I believe so. I
It
know I
is.
had a couple more people that were going to jump on, but they didn't jump on. So I know I had 2 other people that were going to jump on, which is Tony's parents, and Freddie and Bertha were going to jump on too, but I think Freddie's working and Bertha is working as well.
Okay. So here's my question, Dr. Phil. Once you start feeling better from using the spectrum and the CBDA, do you kind of just subside and not use it again until you start feeling again the symptoms?
So there's 2 approaches. One is, and this is probably the most beneficial approach, and that is you what's called titrate down, or in other words, you use less. So for example, if you're using a half a dropper, maybe you try a quarter dropper, and then as long as your symptoms stay abated or they don't return, then you kind of stay at that level, because it is a natural substance that your body can use. And then depending on how you're feeling, if you're doing that for a couple weeks or a month or so and everything is completely gone away, yeah, you can try even reducing it further. So maybe you're taking it maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and that kind of becomes your maintenance. The only thing that we don't know in the research is whether or not the endocannabinoids can be intrinsically generated. In other words, can your body produce these things on their own once you create the natural environment? We don't know the answer to that. Everything I've been reading is that no, as the body ages, you need some help. So you may end up being on a small reduced dose on a periodic basis, maybe for the rest of your life. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it. And that's the way I've approached it with my own personal health.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Sure.
That makes sense. So you reach like a plateau, so you just keep it to a certain level, so you can just keep on having the same effects.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a plant-based diet. You consume a certain amount, whatever generates your best health status, and then you stay at that point. That's the nice thing about using herbs, which really CBD is. It's an herb. So you use it to find your sweet spot, and then you maintain it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Phil.
You're welcome.
So Dr. Phillip, I have a question. First, well, I have some good news with the Shape and Burn. Karen said that she lost 5 pounds. And then
Wow.
also Alice, she said that she lost some weight as well, but that she's feeling that her face is like less swollen, or I don't know what she said. She said that she looks like she's losing weight. So I
Wow,
told her
good.
to check her waistline to see where she's at. But what I'm feeling, me and Karen, what does the actual Shape and Burn have? Because we're actually feeling more like happy, I guess you can say. It does get us hyper, but at the same time, I feel focused with it as well.
Yeah.
So what's in that where you're getting that feeling where it's like you have the energy, but you're also feeling happy with it for some reason? I don't I just want to know what it has, or what's that component in there that's making us feel that way.
Yeah, so there's a couple herbs that help out with feeling good, if you will. The other thing is that the main ingredient, the PEA, by generally helping out with focus and clarity, when your thoughts are kind of organized, people feel better. So it's probably a synergistic effect. Hang on one second, okay? Let me just go get the product brochure.
Okay.
Joby?
Yes.
That's exactly what my son is saying also, because he feels like very, very energetic. And I mean, he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and starts his day until about 11 o'clock. And he's so energetic and he's really focused. And he also saying that he did weigh himself. I didn't ask what was his weight, if he had lost anything. He says, you know what? I feel like I'm losing, but I don't show anything like in my clothes or anything, but my face is a little, it's kind of like a little bit more droop, because we get to the what is it, Facebook, whatever FaceTime. And he says it just kind of like his face is more less swollen, like Karen said. Okay, so I guess it's a good thing. So
Do you
I
know
just
how
told
much
him,
he
hang
lost?
on.
Did he tell
No,
you like how much?
he
No?
didn't say anything. And I told him
Oh.
if he wanted to keep it private, that was fine. But
Oh, okay.
he did say like even his shirts they're starting to feel a little more loose and things like that. I said, well, we don't lose the pounds where we want them from.
Mhm.
We don't get to choose that. We just lose them and that's it. So
Exactly. No, I know. And Freddie said the same thing, Dr. Phillip. So from everyone that
Mhm.
I've been talking to, they've all been feeling that way where they feel happy, they feel focused. Like for me personally, I know like we're short staffed at work. I've been really busy. I know towards the end I get a little frustrated, but I don't get as frustrated as I would have before. So I know that's the big difference for me. And I know
Yeah.
also the bliss is helping out as well. So
So there's three ingredients that seem to directly relate to hormone balancing in the brain and mood. The first one is the main ingredient. That's the PEA, the phenylethylamine. The second one is rhodiola, and then the third one is ginseng. And then all the other ones have to do with appetite, fat metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, and thermogenesis, or burning calories. Yeah. So what we did was we went onto the website and then we downloaded the file and then had this brochure printed. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
yes,
But unfortunately for us, fortunately for everyone else, they made it available to purchase. I mean, CTFO made it available to purchase. And they just recently cut the price. So it's less expensive and more affordable to get it through CTFO than it is if you were to do it on your own. So if you want a brochure for yourself, you can do that.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I know the product's 20% off until the 9th, starting as of yesterday, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
till Tuesday. So I know I
exactly.
told Alice about that, and she's going to order some more. She said she feels good with it. I know she's not doing a regiment the way I have other people on the regiment. So she said that she's not even doing a diet right now. And she's been losing weight. So I'm not sure exactly what she's eating or how she's eating. I don't think she's eating well, to be honest. So, but she's
Okay.
still losing the weight, and she's also feeling good with it and focused.
Good deal.
I know
Good deal.
Karen, she has her regimens where she does have, like, she's fasting plus also eating. So I know me and her are doing a regiment, almost the same regiment together. So I know she's going to see a little bit more results, and she's getting toned basically too, because she's working out with a couple of her friends that she has.
mhm.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, with that same promotion that they're running, they're also bundling the brochures for a reduced cost, and that's why we decided to order more with that bundle package so we can get brochures, because one of the physician offices that I'm working with, he's going through a bag a day of samples, and people are purchasing 2 or 3 bags a day. So he's doing pretty well, and he just started this.
I know I need to see Dr. Grisia as well. So I was gonna go and speak with her. And I wanted to speak
Mhm.
to a couple of people from Kayani as well. I know Karen's on, and she's speaking to a couple of people as well. She said that she had a friend that's going to order from her. And I know me and her were talking to someone. So we were teaming up and speaking with one of the ladies as well. So we're working
Good
on
deal.
it. Like, we're working on that.
Good deal. Yeah, yeah, just let me know how to help.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know she's been busy, and she's had different she went to Florida last week or this week. So that's why she didn't jump on. She's like, I can't jump on. I'm in Florida. I was like, okay. So she's been traveling here and there. I think she went to go see her daughter in
Okay.
Florida.
Okay, very good, very good.
So Dr. Phil, just for, I know my son said that he was just taking one just to see how his reaction was, you know, at first. So I'm thinking, should he go ahead and take the second pill?
Well, it depends on what his goal is, or what kind of results he's looking for. Quite honestly, speaking personally, I was using just one a day at lunchtime, just to help out with fat metabolism and trying to get leaner. But this past week, I added on one first thing in the morning, when I have my protein shake at 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's had the nice, unexpected beneficial effect of clearing up my tinnitus, or the ringing in your ears that some people get. Plus, it just helps with mental clarity and focus throughout the day. So I added on a second pill or second capsule, I should say, for a completely different reason. So getting back to your son, it just depends on what the end result or what the goal is, if you will.
Almost the same thing you're saying, Dr. Phil.
Certainly
And-
can't hurt.
And the only thing is that he's trying to do the exercise first thing in the morning, like 5 o'clock, hit the gym before anybody else does. So he can do it, and it's not coming home, and he feels that when he does it late at night, he's so energized that he can't sleep. So I said, well, then it's the best thing is to do it in the morning and forget the evening, because you're going to get energized. You're not going to be rested for the whole night, and then you're going to have a lousy day. So just go ahead and do it in the morning. That's it. So like maybe doing it like the way you're saying, 6 o'clock in the morning, and that would even be better for him. The first pill, like you're saying, and then he does take the first one at lunchtime.
Yeah. So that's similar to what I'm doing, because my Pilates class is at 5 o'clock. So then I'll have a protein shake between 6 and 7. And then the next time I eat, depending on what my clinic schedule is like, will be either at noon or 1 o'clock, and that's when I'll take my second one.
Okay, I'll just tell him that. And then he says he feels like he's getting stronger. He says, as long as you're not doing the hawk, that's fine. tearing himself out of his clothes. That's all. So anyway, but he says he feels very energetic and he gets his stuff done better than before. Focus. He likes it. So, and I also
Good deal.
find that he's right now his family is not with him because they're moving to Dallas. So he stayed
Wow.
back in California. And I thought he's gonna get all depressed and everything. He's saying he's feeling well. He's keeping his nice attitude, and I think that that's just great. Or even just being helped by the pill then, or the capsule, actually, like you said. So,
Yeah, well, that makes perfect sense.
I'm just glad. I call him every night just to keep in touch, because if I don't call him, no one else is going to be talking to him for meantime. So,
Good deal.
well, thank you for suggesting that capsule. It looks like it's going to help him. He feels happy. So that's one of the best things that I can say, I can report. So.
Yeah, very cool.
Well, thank you, Dr. Phil.
You're welcome.
I think Joby has a new picture that she wants to present to us. Like, right, Joey?
I don't know. What do you mean?
It's okay. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Was it on the in my for Zoom?
I guess so, yeah. It doesn't tell me where you're,
Okay.
yeah, it just shows it, that's all.
I think we temporarily lost Jovi.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be back.
You know what? It's just kind of hard to be talking and driving, and she's been doing it for a while, so that's I can understand it's hard. And
yeah,
my head goes off to her because she tries very hard just to keep us all together.
Amen. Amen.
There she goes again.
I'm disconnected.
Yeah, no worries.
Did I get to this one section when I park and it just disconnects for whatever reason?
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Good deal. So what else do you want to cover? Talk about?
I want to let you know, I started the patient burn in the mornings. So I've been taking it before I do my workouts, and it helped me with my work. More said about her son. I've been doing the weights, and it feels smoother when I'm doing the weights actually with it. So, and then I started taking another one at 10 o'clock. Just so I don't.
It looks like we lost her again.
Yeah, she just had a poor connection. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the only amount that you can take is 2 capsules, right, doctor?
So supposedly, there's been a little bit of review and some people have taken 4 a day.
Wow.
I can't imagine taking 4 a day. I would probably be up all night if I took an additional 2. So you can double up if for some reason you need it, but I haven't heard anyone that's practically using it
Mhm.
taking more than 2 a day.
Okay. So I'm just gonna suggest to my son to take 2, and that's as far as we'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's already kind of seen results. He says he doesn't see anything on his, other than just losing weight on the top of his chest. He says, and maybe a tribute to the exercise. He says, I just don't know. But I'm going to say that I'm full of energy, and that's what the main thing that sometimes that helps to continue the goal. That's all.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, that's perfect sense. What some people are doing is they're taking measurements, so like a waist measurement, maybe in your son's, he can take a chest measurement. Hey, Jovi, you're back.
Sorry. I had to come
Yeah,
into the
no worries.
apartment
So-
so I can get my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no worries. So by taking various body part measurements, so like chest, waist, upper arms, thighs, then people can see where they're actually reducing their weight at. So
Mhm.
you may want to suggest that to your son if he wants to follow along.
Well, I did suggest it to him. The only thing I did suggest too, you can do it. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. If you want to, we
Right.
can share that. But I said you can keep it private if you like. And I just want him to
Sure.
go ahead and continue the efforts. And I don't want him to kind of, decline from trying not to tell me, or telling me how much he lost or then lose. And then sometimes it's a little bit of ego that you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to tell her I lost 10 pounds when you really didn't do that, so I don't want to discourage him that way.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I just
no, that
kept
makes
it
perfect sense.
private. I let him have privacy.
Yeah,
But
no,
like
that
I
makes
said,
perfect sense.
but I did tell him, do it do it yourself, so you know what you're losing, and that's going to be even better for yourself to have a bigger goal. And he said that he would do it
Good deal.
that way. So
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
okay.
So Jovi, you were kind of breaking up, but the gist of what I thought I heard you say was you started taking the Shape and Burn early in the morning, then you took a second one at 10, and it seemed like that was helping out with your kind of composition change. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't lose any weight this week, but I was on my cycle. So
Okay.
that's yeah, I didn't lose any weight. I only lost the 3 pounds that I had lost, but that's because of the water weight that I get normally.
Mhm.
So I'll
Makes
be
sense.
seeing how I do this week, and then I'll keep you posted on it. But everything else is still the same. Muscle mass, everything. So I just like the way I feel with it, to be honest. That's the main thing, which is a little awkward for me, I guess. But I feel good. I feel focused, and I have the energy. I know when I started trying it out, I know the only difference that I did see, like when I was taking it too late or breaking it with my fast, that's when I noticed my sleeping patterns. So maybe the sleeping patterns, that's why I didn't lose weight on that part. because of my sleeping patterns. I normally go to bed by 8:30 and 9 o'clock the
Mhm.
latest. But I started these couple of days, I started to go to bed like around 8:30, 9 o'clock. But I've been waking up like at 4 o'clock, like automatically, which is weird. I normally wake up
Mhm.
around 5 and then do my workout at 5:30. But I've been waking up at 4
Okay.
for whatever reason.
But how do you feel? Do you feel refreshed, ready to go?
In the morning, I still feel a little tired. Yeah, I've been feeling a bit tired, but once I take the Shape and Burn, I'm like ready to go. So that's the
Mhm.
only difference. Because I take the Shape and Burn, I take it with water, and then I'll have my cup of coffee as well and do my workout.
Okay.
But I've noticed that I sweat a bit more. And I do push myself a little bit more also with the workouts.
Very good.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay. So we'll see how you do next week.
Yeah,
Good
I
deal.
can't wait. I think it feels good. I like it. I know a lot of people, especially Karen. I know Karen. Well, Karen's hyper as it is. And when she first took it, I was like, oh my God, you're super hyper. I told her. So I feel the
Mhm.
same way because I know Rita told me, she's like, you sound like Karen. I was like, it's the Shape and Burn. It's just like, you know, you start talking and it's just like nonstop. It felt like it,
Wow.
but
Wow.
it's good.
Mhm.
But I don't feel jittery. That's the one thing that I like about it. I don't feel jittery. I don't feel like I'm all over the place. I feel focused actually. And I get
Yeah.
my work done too. Like
Yeah.
I get a lot of more stuff done than usual. So
Mhm.
I think that's the
No,
plus that I see in it.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
So
So
as
I
Joey
still
is
need to
saying
talk
that,
to
Dr. Phil,
Josie. I still need to talk to Josie and Tina. Tina hasn't started the product yet. So I'm
Okay.
working with both of them to see where they're at, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Also.
Good deal.
so what Joey was saying, Dr. Phil, I just wanted to add something to it. I know my son made a comment where he says that he feels full, but at the same time, he doesn't feel jittery. He feels energetic and he keeps on going. Sometimes he has lasted from protein shake in the morning till about 5 o'clock in the evening. And I said, well,
Mhm.
you know, it's good to fast, but you need to eat too because you are working and you don't want to overdo it either. So just go
Right.
ahead and have your, you know, maybe a early lunch and then, or don't have dinner, but you have an early lunch and that would probably help you out better than skipping out on not eating. Does that
Exactly.
sound okay? I'm
Well,
just
he
thinking
needs his
like, I just
calories.
don't want to tell him something wrong and not, you know.
Well, he needs his calories though. Remember what Christopher always said too. You need your calories. You can't cut calories. Like you can, but at the same time, if you're doing your workouts, you're doing all of that, you still need your calories in your intake, basically, because
Yeah.
you're gonna lose your muscle mass, and you don't want to lose the muscle mass. I know
Right.
me personally, I don't. So I stick to at least my 2,000 calories a day. And I try not to cut it where it's like drastically because I know I feel full with this pill, but at the same time, I'm still having my meals, but I'm also doing my workouts. I'm on my feet a lot at work. I'm going back and forth. So you need the energy still from the foods, but you have to have the right foods too.
Right, well,
So
that's what
the
I
only
was
thing.
suggesting, to have a early lunch instead of a late dinner, where
Mhm.
you're gonna be all full and have to go to bed. So
Absolutely.
this way, he'll have a lighter dinner if he wants to, but nothing heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
That's true.
Yeah.
we're kind of doing it the right way, so, okay.
Okay.
And it seems like it's working
Yeah,
for him.
you are.
He looks happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Thank you so much to both of you.
You're
So if I have a slim trim son, I will tell you.
great.
Good deal.
That's cool.
Good deal. Yeah. Good deal.
Well, one of the things that he does say, Dr. Phil, he can let himself go. And he says, I'm the only one that has to be blamed for. So with the good attitude that he's having with the capsule and setting his goals, I think will come about to a good improvement.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's good.
And I think that's all I have today.
Yeah, me too, Dr. Phillip. Well, I have to
Okay.
talk to you afterwards,
Good deal.
but I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay, well, then you have a
Okay.
nice evening, both of you. You take care. Thank you.
deal.
Blessings, Dr. Phil.
Thanks,
Bye,
Martha.
Freddie. Thank
Okay.
you.
Martha,
Okay.
Bye-bye. You take care.
Thank you.
bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll log you out, Martha.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Is it going?
Yeah, hold on. All right,
There you
Dr. How's everything going?
Good deal.
Good.
Going well. Going
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. This whole launch with Shape and Burn is developing a lot of other potential aspects, because it's tying together people's idea of what good health could potentially be, and using this as a kind of like a vehicle or a bridge. And really that's what it should be, is just a bridge. It shouldn't be a way of life, although some people may use it as a way of life just because of all the other benefits they get from it. So we'll see what happens and
Well,
how
that's what I
people
was gonna
respond.
ask you, Dr. Phillip, because the thing is, like, I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm addicted to it, but it feels like
Mhm.
the way I'm feeling, it makes me feel like not, well, yeah, happy, I guess you can say. Like, it actually makes
Mhm.
my mood better compared to, like, I would get irritated at work. It would just be like, oh, I don't want to be here, or, and it changed my mood swing where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking negatively, in other words, I guess you can say. And it gives me the
Mhm.
energy where I can just focus and do my job, or get things done, in other words. So I've noticed
Sure.
that change in me. So
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm probably gonna either have to like stop it and then maybe go back on it, or I'm not sure how would that work, Dr. Phillip? What would you recommend? Because I know like the bliss
So,
works for me, but with the actual capsule itself, I feel the energy where instead of like being mellowed, I feel energy plus like being a little elevated, I guess, with feeling better,
Mhm.
in other words.
so there are some things in the formulation that may kind of portend to using it long term. And again, that's some of the herbal type things.
Mhm.
So people probably are going to end up taking it on a continual basis, again, for some of the unintended side effects. So, for example, for me, for my ear issue, I'll probably end up just keep on taking it.
Okay.
And then the good thing is that it depends on behaviorally where you're coming from. If you need it as an appetite suppressant, then I think people may have a tendency to use it for that. And then as they hit their goal, then it'll have done its job and it's a good bridge. And then they'll just continue on with a good lifestyle. But if people want to take it or want to use it for some of the unintended side effects, or benefits, I should say, then they'll probably end up taking it for those reasons for a longer period of time and then see what happens, after months, if you will.
True. Because I know I used to take ginseng and it was more of a liquid form capsule.
Mhm.
And it also, I believe it had black pepper in it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, but I know that I would take that in a daily basis, actually. And I don't remember the benefits of what ginseng actually did. I know when I was working with Dr. McCullough, that was one that I did try and I liked it a lot. So, so what does ginseng do for your body, or what are the benefits that ginseng does?
Yeah, so ginseng helps out with mood elevation and brain function. So that's one of the components that is probably giving you that mood elevation component. That along with the rhodiola. And then of course the PEA that helps out with the brain hormone balancing. Black pepper helps out with inflammation and delivery. And it also is in this product to help out with inflammation, because some of the theory is that when people are overweight and you have a large amount of visceral fat, there's a pro-inflammatory component. So that's where the black pepper would help out and be a benefit. So it does have those two components in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Did you
nice.
ever did you ever print out the brochure or look at the brochure, download it?
I have not been able to, Dr. Phillip. I've been so busy lately. It's been I'm actually, like I spoke with Christopher. I'm actually going to stop
Okay.
the program with the group for at least these 2 months until January comes around.
Okay. Okay.
I've been working 6 days out of the week and it's been a lot
Wow.
on me. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's taking a toll out of me right now, and like trying to do, because with the group, I know Christopher had his role that he played and I did my role. So it's difficult to do both roles right now. I feel like I can't do
Sure.
both. It's just, I'll be realistic,
Sure.
So like
Sure.
getting the stuff done, like with getting the exercises and all of that, and getting, the talk and motivating the people, it's been taking a little toll out of me a little bit. But I still want to keep
I bet.
Friday on with you. Because I know a lot of
Okay.
the members still want to get together and talk,
Okay.
and also with the CBD, because it's been helping a lot of people. And I've been talking to several other people besides the diabetics. So I've been having a lot of other people reach out to me. So I know that my cousin, well, Tony's and Freddie's parents wanted to jump on and speak with you. So Freddie's dad, he's my first cousin. And
Okay,
he's a diabetic. So I know that they ordered the CBDA on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, with Freddie.
Okay.
So they did place an order and they're gonna try the product. So I know Freddie is gonna
Okay.
try it and also his dad. So now I'm just
Okay.
I know Tony's going to order some too. That's why I wanted you to explain it to him a little bit more in detail and the benefits it would
Sure.
help him. Mhm.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen real quickly, and can you allow me to do that?
Mhm. Give me 1 minute.
Mhm. And then I can show you where that brochure is at. Or if you don't if you don't want to mess around with it, I can just email it to you. You want me to just email it to you?
Sure. I'm trying to see where I can see.
Don't worry about it. I'll just email the brochure to you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. That'll be a lot easier.
Okay.
And then the brochure explains all the ingredients. Yeah. So you can see all the ingredients there. It's on all 3 pages. So I'll email that to you.
Okay.
And you'll have that for you. So cool. Very cool. What else?
That's about it. So I know I told Christopher to jump on Sunday so he can let everyone know. So this Sunday's gonna be the last session that I'm going to be doing with the group members. I'm gonna keep in touch with them though, and whoever wants to join me maybe in the mornings to work out, that they can join me in the mornings. But I can't do Thursdays at 7 and then Sundays as well. It's been taking a little toll on me, so I need a little bit of some time. I'm like, I need a little time. And I told him that maybe
I
by
understand.
January, I'll get the group back and rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to
Okay.
do
Good
a
deal.
project too, so I'm trying to roll that out as well. But I just haven't had a chance to do a lot of stuff. So it's been a little bit, it's been a lot, especially with work. With just being 2 people, it's a lot. And then today we got audited, Dr.
Okay.
Phillip. I was like, oh no. But I think everything it went
Echo.
well. Yeah, everything went well.
Okay. Good deal.
Mhm.
Good deal. Okay.
But I'm keeping up with the CBD. Don't worry about that. And I'll be bringing up
Okay.
a couple more people. I just need to recharge a little bit.
Understand. Understand. Well, just let me know how I can support you.
Okay.
And just let me know how I can support you.
Oh no, just with Fridays,
I
I
don't know
think
if you froze or I froze.
you froze a little bit. Hello? Can you hear me, Dr. Phillip? So you froze a little bit. You're muted, Dr. Phillip.
There we go. I don't know if
There.
that was my side or your side, but it just kind of frozen and disconnected. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. So I just left off with just let me know how to support you. I don't want this to be stressful for you. I want this to be enjoyable, and I want you to feel like you're contributing and helping people. So let me know
Oh no,
how
this
to help
isn't
you.
stressful at all. I'm like, it's not stressful at all.
Okay.
And my goal is to bring in people and help them, basically. And I want to continue with all of
Perfect.
this, especially with the group too. It's just right now, I know financially the group with the CBD oil is working. So I'm working that. That's my main goal. But at the same time, with
Okay.
the
Good
other
deal.
group with the diabetics, the way I brought in people, because I would bring in people coming in, I don't have the time to bring in more people. So there's some people that do come in, some people that don't. So
Mhm.
I'm not getting anything out of that, like financially, to be honest, because I'm paying Karen once a month too.
Sure.
So, and I'm doing it to
Okay.
help them too, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I am getting stressed because of work. It's a lot. I'm working till 6 o'clock at night sometimes. And
Yeah. And your time is valuable.
yeah, and 6 o'clock or like 6 days out of the week, I feel a little exhausted.
Understandable.
So once I think
Okay. Good deal.
once the holidays are over and January starts, I think I'll be able to regenerate myself and get everything ready.
Okay.
So that's the main goal. And then go from
Good
there.
deal. Okay. Good
Okay.
deal. Good deal. Um, okay.
Okay.
So anything else I can help you out with today?
Today, nothing else. I know I have an event that I'm going to be doing with Alice. So I'll
Mhm.
keep you posted on that. I'll get the brochures as you mentioned, because that's the main thing that we're gonna do too. We're gonna focus on the CBD and also loans with that event. So I
Okay.
know I'll be taking my laptop so I can start generating more clientele through the CBD oil, and also with loans with work. So I'll be doing that a little bit more
Okay.
too. So a little bit of that. So my goal basically is, Dr. Phillip, I want to help people, but at the same time, I also want to help them generate wealth as well, and for us, that's the main thing. If we can help each other out, that would be great. And that's the main goal that I want, especially with Alice and Karen as well. My goal is to at least build a big group where we can all help each other, and grow.
Yeah.
And I want to
That
go
makes
to
perfect
that
sense.
place right behind you. So for sure, like I want to be there already. So
Amen.
I am doing my
Yeah.
little manifestations and my affirmations and stuff. So that I just need to generate myself and regenerate. How do you say it? To energize myself a little bit more and get there. So,
Sure. Sure.
so I told my work too. I told them like starting the 15th, I need a day off. So I'm not gonna be working 6 days out of the week. So I made that clear to them too. So,
Good for you.
they're not, with all of this that's going on, we'll see what happens too. I'm actually looking for a different company So that's another project that I'm working on. So looking for a
Yeah.
different company. I know that the CEO sent us another email today that they want us to get vaccinated and that we shouldn't, the way he worded it, I just didn't like it. So I'm a little,
Yeah.
I guess disappointed.
Unfortunately. Yeah. No, I hear you. And having something as an option is always beneficial. So this way, you can be in charge of your career and your destiny as opposed to someone else dictating to you.
Exactly. So that's the main goal. It's with CTFO at least to grow this worldwide. That's the main thing. We can go worldwide, and do a lot more
Yeah.
stuff with it.
Yeah, I hear you. That's my goal is for me to retire from my quote unquote day job in 3 years so that this way I can do medical mission work. So I think we're on the same page.
Okay, good. Yeah, me too. So the next thing is to talk to Dr. Dreja. I do have a doctor where I rent here. They have an office downstairs from us. So I know my main goal is to get to different doctors and start spreading the word, basically. And the more people
Sure.
that we help, the better.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So again, if I need to help you by talking to those physicians, I'd be more than happy to.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll keep you posted, especially
Okay.
once I set an appointment with them. That's the main thing, is to either put them in front of you so at least they know that you know who I'm working with, basically.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
you've been helping me out so much, Dr. Phillip. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. But yeah, so next
Okay,
Friday,
kiddo.
and I'll get more people on.
No worries.
I'll be talking to them. Okay.
Okay, no worries.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's perfect. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you, Dr. Phillip.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.